Hi, Emma here from Kids Craft Room. Today we're showing you these really cute and colourful cactus plants. They're 3D, they stand in their own colourful little pot, and I think they just scream summer and sunshine. Perfect for this time of year. So follow along and see how to make your own. They're really easy. So to make your own cactus, you want an A4 sheet of paper, or if you're in the US, a letter-sized sheet of green, and fold it in half. And then you can sketch out your cactus shape onto it. I've already done mine. A trick to bear in mind is not to make it too narrow at the bottom, because it will be too flimsy. It won't stand up very well, and we want 2 copies of it, which is why you're going to do it back to back. And then just cut it out. So your cactus is 3D and can sort of stand up. We want to slot the 2 pieces together. So we need to find a rough midpoint. So I'm just going to keep them together, take the bottom to the top and just give it a little pinch in that middle bit. I don't need to crease all the way along, I just need a little pinch in that middle area. Open it up, separate them, and I'm going to cut from the middle to the bottom, or the bottom to the middle on one piece. There we go. And then on the other piece I'm going to cut from the top to the middle. Okay. And then they will slot together to make a 3D cactus. Oh yeah, but we're not going to stick them together quite yet. We've got another job to do with them first, which I will show you now. So to give our cactus some texture with some spikes, I'm going to cut up some old plastic straws. I know we don't use plastic straws nowadays, and that's a great thing, but I do have these left over from old craft supplies, so rather than just throwing them away, I'd like to use them first. So I'll be chopping these up. If you've got paper straws, then that's better. So I've got a sort of a yellowy colour and a green, and I'm just going to snip them, maybe, I don't know how big that is, a couple of centimetres, centimetre and a half an inch, something like that. It doesn't matter really what size. You don't want them too tiny because it gets a bit fiddly. They do go flying about. Watch your eyes. Okay, snippety snip snip. And then once you've got a few of them, you can just glue them on. I'm going to use Yoo-hoo glue because it's really quick drying, so that I can show you the craft sort of, quickly. If you don't have Yoo-hoo glue, then you can just use ordinary school glue, but you'll need to give it a minute or two for them to dry. Now when you're sticking these on, you need to make sure that you stay away from the midline, because they're going to slot together, remember. So just make sure that you don't put any too close to that midline, and just stick them on randomly, any old way, as few or as little as you like. And once you've done one side, oopsie, I've got a hair stuck there. Once you do one side, flip it over and do the exact same thing, oopsie, on the other side. And they look quite like little spikes on your cactus. It's quite fun. We did try using hammer beads as well, and they work quite well, but they're a little bit small and fiddly, and to be honest, it drove me mad because they kept rolling away. So I think these are better. We wanted to give our cactus some little tropical flowers. So to do this, we've got a little square of tissue paper that you could use round, doesn't really matter. Or even just tear off a shape if you like. I just happen to have a little packet of squared pieces that we're using. Wrap it around a pencil, dab a bit of glue on, and then just plonk it on. So wrap it around a pencil or a pen, dab a bit of glue on the end, stick it on. Okay. I'll do one more, wrap it around a pencil, dab a bit of glue on the end, whoopsie, and stick it on. And I'm going to repeat that on both sides of both pieces. Right, while my cactus flowers are drying, I'm going to decorate the pot. So I've got a paper cup and I'm just going to wrap some coloured yarn around it. I've got this lovely, this is my favourite yarn. It's rainbow coloured yarn and the colours sort of blend from one to another. You've probably seen us use it in loads of craft, it is a favourite. Just wrap it round and then tape the end off. I've started and finished my wrapping at the seam of the cup so that the tape is sort of going to be around the back. You won't see it. I might spread that out a little bit more actually. There we go. And then I'm going to add some pom-poms, little tiny mini pom-poms. I got these on Amazon for, I don't know, it was pence. It really wasn't very much for 1,000 of them. And again, it's something that we've used again and again and again over the years for different crafts. And I'm just popping those on, and it really starts to look very colourful. There we go. And I'll do that all the way round, but I won't bore you with showing you that. Right, I hope my flowers are dry now. It's time to slot these two together, but I actually want to try and glue them into place, so I'm going to run a little bit of glue down the side of each cut. Now, you're going to be an advantage to me because you can use a slower drying glue, or something, you know, just a white school glue, PVA, something like that. I'm using this Yoo-hoo, which is great because it dries really quickly, but also with this one it's a bit of a disadvantage if it dries too quickly. So I'm just going to run it along one side and then just flap the sides together just to put a little bit of glue on both sides. So I don't want loads of glue there because it will just look messy. So again, flap them together. Right, now this is where it gets tricky, as I could do with another pair of hands really. So if you've got a friend to help you with this bit, I would recommend it. So slot them together, and oh, actually that went quite well. And oops, pop that in there. There we go. See, this flower, I've actually put it a little bit too close to that midline, and it makes slotting the cactus together a bit tricksome. Pull that out of the way. There we go. Okay, so we can just hold them for a minute or two until it dries. So if you're using white glue, you'll have a bit longer to adjust and get them evenly spread out. But this glue has dried, and I'm under camera lights as well, so it's very warm, dries very quickly. But there we go, you get the idea. So it sticks together and makes a 3D cactus. Da, da, da. Right, to finish off the plant pot for the cactus is obviously going to sit inside, but I don't want it to go all the way down to the bottom. So I'm just going to scrumple up a piece of old newspaper and shove that in. And then that fills the bottom up for me. And then I'm going to pop the cactus in. And I need to fill these little spaces. So I've got some of this paper stuff. I don't know what you call this. Paper straw, I think. I'm not sure. I'm just going to break off some little pieces and sort of bundle it into a ball. Pop that in the pot and then just put a little ball of it into each of the holes. I'll probably go, oopsie. So pop it in. A little ball in. And then I'll go opposite sides first, I think, to try and hold it upright. And then pop it into the other opposite sides. And that just holds it up and it looks a bit earthy. And there we go.